If you have copied AI tutorials but your projects fail right after the demo, this is the reason. Most people see ChatGPT, get excited, and jump straight into the framework and the model code. But they skip level 2 in this 5-step process to get mastery over AI. And then they wonder, everything breaks the moment they use real data, messy data, real constraints, and trying to ship something into the world. So in this video, I'm going to show you all the 5 levels of AI, levels that you need to master to get good at it, whether you're a researcher, an engineer, or somebody who's still learning the craft to get into the workforce. Let's get started. Level 1 is the vocabulary and the mental model, because this term AI gets thrown away everywhere nowadays, in business, news, healthcare, stocks even, and people are using the same term to mean totally different things. So this is a clean version. AI is sort of an umbrella. Anything that looks like intelligence, like human intelligence. Now, machine learning is a part of AI, is a subset of AI where systems learn patterns from data instead of handwritten rules, as in the case of traditional software or code. And deep learning is a subset of machine learning itself that uses neural networks. Like, these are at the very core basic mathematical models, but I'm not going to go into the depth of it because that's going to make this video too long. But you can think of neural nets as some system where we can just put in messy data like texts, images, voice, whatever, and it gives out a clear output. And there is one more distinction. Everything that you see today, ChatGPT, LLMs, recommendation systems, self-driving cars, all of this falls under the bracket of narrow AI. Like, all these sorts of AI are really, really good at one specific thing, and opposed to that is general AI, or what people call the Doom AGI, where that particular AI can perform any function which a human can perform and even better. This level matters because if you don't know what you're actually building for, you cannot make good decisions about it. Like just learning a framework and running it through Google Colab Notebook, that's not going to help you guys to distinguish yourself from the others. So after learning about this stage, a lot of people jump straight to the models, skipping level 2. Honestly, I also did skip it. I wanted to go straight into building those flashy models that's going to predict things and make magic happen. Mathematics felt like friction. Statistics can be intimidating, and even for somebody like me, like I love math, I love mathematics to its very core right from the start, but there is some sort of resistance associated with learning mathematics. But thankfully, I had to take one statistics course as a part of my course curriculum during my master's, and that is when everything clicked. You see what I did there? And suddenly when I used frameworks like TensorFlow, PyTorch, Keras, whatever, I wasn't just blindly calling functions and hoping something would happen, and then if something broke, I would just try out a bunch of solutions until something worked. I actually understood what was happening under the hood. These frameworks stopped feeling like black magic boxes where you input something and then out comes something. And one thing that I want to tell you is this level 2, it is not about becoming a mathematician. This is your builder's toolkit. The intuition and the mental models and the data habit that make models work in real life. And yes, you will need some amount of probability, statistics, vector algebra, linear algebra, all those things to be able to build this intuition. Because most of my model suck problems are not solved by adding more layers so that you can, make up for the bad stuff. They are solved by better thinking, better decision making, and all of that can happen when you have real understanding of what's happening under the hood, when you have a feel of it, when you have the intuition to perform that particular action. Because this is the level when you stop guessing. You know what regularization is actually doing, you know why a model overfits, and you can debug intelligently by observing the code rather than just randomly googling or asking ChatGPT about the error that's popping up. So to do all this, do you need a PhD in mathematics? Definitely not. But what you do need is a basic understanding of probability, statistics, sampling, distribution, vectors, and matrices to build all this stuff. And you'll do all this not because you'll do mathematics all day. That's not the point of level 2. You'll do all this because you need to feel what's happening, what's going wrong when some things go wrong. And things will definitely go wrong, as they always do in engineering. And our job is to fix it. So at this point, if you're watching this, you have 2 paths. If you just want to use AI tools like prompting or prompt engineering or context engineering, or use any sort of no-code platforms, you can actually get pretty far without level 2. But if you want to build AI, build these models, contribute to the development of these models, new models, existing ones, fine-tune them, optimize, deploy, and debug them, level 2 is a non-negotiable. And once you have it, level 3 becomes a breeze. This is where you stop learning just the concepts and start getting results. This is prediction, classification, clustering. Think of scenarios or machine learning models like predicting house prices, classifying spam emails, grouping customers into segments maybe. And sure, at this level you will use tools like NumPy, Pandas, scikit-learn, and you will learn algorithms like linear regression, classification, k-means, decision trees, and so many more. But while learning all this, one key expectation that you have to have with yourself is that you are not building ChatGPT. That is some advanced stuff that you'll cover in level 4, but at this stage, you are building simple, solid, practical models, and that is exactly what you should be doing. Your job at this level is to build 3 to 5 actual real-world projects that mimic machine learning, that show machine learning actually. Some of the great starter projects are iris classification, which is the hello world for machine learning. Maybe do a house prediction project or a spam detection project. All these are recommendation systems, and I'm sure if you search online, if you ask ChatGPT or Claude, they're going to give you a ton of projects. Pick anything and start building those projects. Go to Kaggle. Kaggle is the lead code for machine learning projects. I don't know if I'm making the right analogy because lead code is useless. Just kidding. You gotta do lead code. Don't skip it. Anyways, coming back to the point, fall in love with Kaggle. Spend as much time as possible on Kaggle. Don't jump into competitions right away. Build your basics, do some basic projects, and then you can move forward from there. Because when you build real projects, you will hit roadblocks. You will have problems. A lot of people get stuck at this stage because they think that, hey, this isn't even real AI and I'm getting stuck here, so I might as well not do it. Or, hey, this isn't real AI, so I might as well jump to the next stage. That's where your doom is. Because the thing is, if you cannot build a clean classification model or a clean regression model, you are not ready for deep learning, bro. But if you can, you are ready for the news, ready for the flashy level 4, that's transformers, deep learning, image generation, all that cool jazz. So level 4 is where modern AI gets really fun. This is neural networks, transformers, CNNs, the technology behind most of what you see in the news these days. At level 3, you're working with structured data like tables and spreadsheets and rows and columns, and you're cleaning that data using pandas and numpy and whatever. But at level 4, you're using real world data. This is messy data. It's all unstructured. It's a mix of text, image, voice, videos, whatever. And what is powering all of this? Image generation, speech, computer vision. It's all about transformers. You gotta learn about the transformers architecture. It comes straight from a paper that Google published in 2017, I guess. It is titled Attention is All You Need. Too funny. The research was published by Google, but it was OpenAI who popularized it using ChatGPT, and now they set the trend out. But anyways, at this level, you'll be learning CNNs for vision, transformers for the language, and training basics like loss function, optimizers, or even fine-tuning. You'll probably use frameworks like TensorFlow and PyTorch. Feel free to use any one of those. PyTorch is really good. TensorFlow is good for industry. PyTorch people use more for R&D and research purposes. Both have their own strengths and I wouldn't say weaknesses, but you gotta pick what you feel comfortable in and what you want to do with that AI model or what you want to do with that AI project that you're building. And the good news is you don't have to train anything from scratch because training takes a lot of computational power and a lot of resources. So you got a ton of fine-tuned and pre-trained models on Hugging Face, another platform that you gotta fall in love with if you are into deep learning or machine learning. And there's a ton of project ideas. I can go into some of them like sentiment analysis or a simple chatbot or even image classification, but you can find a ton of them on Hugging Face, on Kaggle. Just browse through it or even just ask ChatGPT. It'll list you down 20 projects, 20 world-class solid projects that if you implement from end to end, you're gonna be a rock star. So all in all, this level is exciting, but the truth is, if you understand transformers, that doesn't automatically mean you can build real systems. You can watch every course, read every tutorial, collect every certification, but if you don't build, you don't develop the skill. So this level 5 is your ability to turn knowledge into practical skill that is marketable, that's gonna give you a job, that's gonna give you money, that's gonna help you make this world a better place. And don't get me wrong, AI is moving fast. There's always a new framework, a new course, a new tool, and it is very easy to get stuck in tutorial hell. You can feel busy and productive, but you'll not be progressing. And I've been there too. My first ever end-to-end project was YOLO, which is You Only Look Once. It's a computer vision project. And I think I took 2.5 or about 3 months to complete it, but it taught me more than any project ever could. Because when you're building something real, you understand that documentation is confusing, or the data is too messy, or the model won't train on this thing. But even if you're using pre-trained models, the accuracy is not there. Like, there's a ton of things that can go wrong, and you have to debug, iterate, keep going. Obviously, these days we have AI, so it can help you with that, but still, you gotta put your brain to all of those things. And that is why roadmap matters. If you jump around randomly, you feel productive, but you aren't stacking any skills. So go on Kaggle, pick up difficult projects and build them end to end from scratch. Something like a recommendation system or a real-time object detection or even a simple agent workflow. This is gonna take time, you're gonna get stuck, but this is the most important part. I mean, everything is most important if you look at it, but this is the final bit. All the knowledge that you have gained till level 4 will not come to fruition if you do not complete level 5. The mental model I'm trying to impart is, if I study about cameras and filming and editing but I never upload videos, I am not a YouTuber. I am somebody who just knows a lot about YouTube. The same is true for coding. If I'm just learning about data structures, algorithms, watching these playlists, if I'm just watching other people build these projects and I'm not building them myself, I'm just somebody who knows a lot about software, knows a lot about code, but I'm not myself a coder or a software engineer. And the same is true for AI. Skills will come from repetitions when you get in those reps. Building, breaking, debugging, shipping, and over again. Because this level 5, this is not the final destination, it is a lifelong practice. If you are still watching this, thank you so much. It really means a lot. Please like and subscribe for more AI, tech, entrepreneurship, and self-improvement content. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.